Hello everyone, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! From Ohio. I'm here to bring you a funful little card today. That's another quick and easy card using DSP. As you know, this month we have our DSP on sale. Some of it from the annual catalog. It's 15% off, so which makes it, instead of $12.50, it's $10.20 here in the US. And so I've got some cards made with several different of the DSP so that you can see what some of it looks like with the card that I made. And so I wanted to let you know about that. And don't forget, if you have bonus coupons, to go ahead and use those coupons before the end of the month so that you can get all the savings that you earned from your purchases that you had in July. If you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be that demonstrator for you, and you can visit my online store. That's in the comments or the description below, and it'll take you right to my store. You can order from there. I do have a host code. I'll be showing that to you. If you order with that host code, I'm going to be doing a Zoom meeting on August, it was going to be the 30th, but I have to change it to August 29th on a Thursday at 7:00 p.m. I had to change it because my grandson, he's a senior in high school. He plays football for the school, and that's the 30th is his first home game. So I will be at the football field on the 30th, and I didn't think about that when I scheduled that class. So, but if you order using my host code and order any of the DSP that's on sale, I will send you a link to the Zoom class that I will hold on the 29th. Now, you might want to go ahead and order that paper so that you'll have it in to do the class. I will send you the measurements of what you'll need to cut as far as making the cards with me, and that's what we will do. So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and turn my camera down, and I'm going to show you the cards. I got several samples. I'm going to show you the samples of the card that I'm going to be making, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make it. It won't take us very long tonight. You do need to know that if you go to my Facebook group, which is Stamp Crazy VIP, it is a group. It's a public group. And join that group, I have a file section that has PDFs to all of my videos that you see on here, or let me say probably 99% of them. There's a couple that don't have a video, but I do try to make a PDF every week for the videos that I'm doing. So I will show you my PDF. It will be, it's over now. It's over on the group page now that you can go and snag that off of there if you want the measurements and that to do this card. So let me turn my, let me first turn my sound off on my computer, because I'm going to pull my page up so that I can make sure that I can see that I stay in focus. So I just wanted to do that real quick so that I can see that. And let me get this ready, and we will turn the camera around. So there you go. You get to see the back side of my camera for a minute. There's me on my computer. And here we are down. So let me see. There you go. This is my PDF, and it shows you pictures of the card. I just should put one sample on there. The directions for the card, I did put what paper I used for that exact card you're seeing, but you can use any DSP or whatever that you have. Then here's your directions, and also down here is the addresses for my groups and all that different stuff. So anyway, you can print these off anywhere in the file section on that group. So you can go snag any of those that you might want. So now let's look at samples. And I call this a bookbinding card with a little twist, because most bookbinding cards are done with your card as a 4 1/4 by 11 and folded to open up, you know, like a book this way. Well, this is done with a regular 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 card base, scored at 4 1/4, just like a regular card. And we open it this way with this part glued down. And it just makes a simple card. So here's one that I did. And then I did this one, which is a little different. This one has a little overhang over here. So we've got those. I have this one with the cheerful daisies. Here's Latte Love. Now this paper is not on sale, but I do have a card made out of it anyway. So I just love the color combinations in that paper. And then here is the one that is actually on my directions. This is the first one I did. And I actually used the set, what is it called? I forget what it's called. I put it up too. It has a vertical happy birthday in it. So anyway, there are those samples that I have. It's all different ways, different card stocks, different elements. I use different labels and stuff on those. I use the daisy over here off the Cheerful Daisies. And tonight I'm going to use even a different label with a different cardstock. So let's get these out of my way. Here's my hostess code that I told you about. If you would like to order, that is my hostess code for August. So if anybody would like to order from me, I would greatly appreciate it. You know, customers are hard to find, and but then again, there's a lot of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators out there, right? Okay, so I will tell you my how my cards are cut when we get to each part. But here's my card base. It's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And then what I'm going to do with my card base, I'm going to put it in here at 3 1/4. I'm going to take my cutting blade and I'm going to put this at the 4 1/4 inch mark on my card. And I got to stand up and make sure I got that right, because my old eyes just don't see things as well as they used to. And okay, so there we are. That's up there, and I'm just going to make sure we're at 4 1/4. I think, there we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to slice. So there's my little flap made with that, and that is all we need for that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my card. I cleaned up my room a while ago, or let's say I attempted to put things away, and I moved my little folder that I use, so I had to go get it. So what I'm going to do is fold my card over now that I got it cut. And I'm just going to really make sure that's folded down nice and tight. So there's our card. This is how it's going to open, and this will be glued down here in a second, okay? Now I'm going to take my pieces, and I'm using the Charming Duck Pond or Lily Pond Lane paper. I'm using just the flowered part. So on this right here, and I'm going to do this so when I glue this down, I can really just see the part I'm working on. This, my cardstock is 1 1.5 by 4 goes right here, and this is 1 1/4 by 3 3/4, and I'm going to put this right here. So let's glue these pieces together. And this is just the back side of the flower paper that I'm going to put on the side. So let's just do that real quick. I love doing easy cards. I don't know about you guys, but you get a lot of quick gratification from doing that. And, you know, who has time to sit all day to make one card? I know people do, but I'm not usually one of those. Sometimes I'll take my time and make a really hard card and stuff, but I am more of an easier card maker, I guess is a good way to put it. So there's that piece down, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take and put glue on this back side of that. Well, and then as I get it all over the place, that was kind of not smart. Let me wipe that off real quick. There we go. I don't want glue on my card. So now I'm going to work on this piece. And this piece right here is 3.5 by 4. This is 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. And that's going to go on there to go right here. So let's put that together. And I try, instead of using 2 different pieces of DSP, I try to use the fronts and backs unless it just absolutely doesn't look right. And, but otherwise, I try to use those. I just find it more economical that way, unless I have tiny scraps. So I've got this on here, and then I'm going to just glue it right there. This card's really easy. It's all about just cutting paper and gluing it. It's not a big deal, and you know, you just put your sentiment on it with a little bit of something, some embellishments or whatever, and you've got it. So there is the front of my card. Now this is the piece which is cut 3.5 by 4, and it's going to go right here. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that, because I'm not going to be stamping it. You know, if you're stamping, you usually want to stamp first, because if you don't have it already glued down, then you have 2 sides of paper to work with in case you mess up, because you can always turn it over. So there is that. And then I have 2 pieces that were left over from the flowers, and I really need to cut those down just a little bit. I was thinking of I was using 4-inch paper. It's 3 1/4-inch paper. So I cut these at 3 1/4. And what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to glue one right here. So I cut them 3 1/4. Gives a border all the way around, like so. And then I'm going to take this piece and I'm just going to glue it over that a little bit. To have the contrast here. So there we go. That's our inside of our card. So now all we have to do is do the front, and that is just basically just doing my tags, and I am going to use, what I used was the Unbounded Love dies, and I used these 2 right here. On some of those other cards, I've used several of these dies, just because I like the label dies. But I'm also going to use, out of the Painted Lavender dies, I'm going to use this right here. So we're going to be using that, and then we will be using a saying out of Unbounded Love, and all those labels and tags you just saw fit all of these words, and that's they go together as a bundle. And I am going to be using Have a Blessed Day. I like that saying, and it's actually, I think, going to fit right here on this little one. I am hoping. If not, I may have to cut another tag real quick. And I didn't do a trial run. I just thought I would do this. So I'm just inking that up. And I am going to put this right here from end to end, and I hope it fits. And I am rocking that a little bit, but I didn't have ink on the other places. And there we go. Whoops! I got ink, or glue on my finger. It fit. It fit. Yay. So that's a good thing. I like it when things fit. and work the way I want them to work. That doesn't always happen, does it? Not in my world anyway, not when I'm stamping. So I'm going to go ahead and put my little stamp back up in here just because I'm always afraid of losing those little stamps. What I'm going to do with this is I am going to take and I am going to pop it onto this gray granite, or not gray granite, but pebbled path. So I'm going to be putting it on with some dimensionals just to give us some dimension. So, and I'm going to line this up straight. Not that I'll get it on straight, but I'm going to line it up straight. That looks pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is I have these little, I don't know, I don't think I need them as long as what they are, so I'm going to trim them down. Because they are pretty long, and I'm going to use a couple of them, so let me just trim some of this off. And let's see if do I want that over? No, I want it over here. Let's just see what we might want over here. I'm just going to play a minute. Is that what you all do? Do you all kind of just play a minute to get your stuff on there? I think I want this down here. Okay, I am going to take and just go for the gusto here, and I'm going to add these about right here, I think. So let's add some glue. I feel like I do good if I just find like the approximate spot that I want to put something. I'm not real anal about where I have to put it. I just want to put it where I want to approximately put it. So I'm just gluing down what will be underneath that label there. And so now this is going to go right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to pop it up. And it will not be too much that it won't go into the mail. Okay, it'll be fine. It will be fine. So let me just kind of put this right here, off to the side. So that's what we have so far. Now I forgot I was going to put this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this right here. And I'm going to glue this right here at the edge of that paper. Just won't be tucked under it, it'll just go right to it. But I'm going to glue up these leaves so that they don't get pulled off when that's getting open and closed. I don't have to glue every leaf, I just want to make sure it's glued down a little bit heavier than what the other one was. I'm going to turn that over, and I'm just going to make sure I stay inside my lines there. Lay it down and walk my fingers up it to glue it. There we go. And so that is now the inside of my card, and you can sign right here. And that is the front. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the Pretty Peacock, which is the color of cardstock I used right in here, and I'm going to add some Pretty Peacock jewels to this. So let's put one down here, one maybe over, I think I'll put it like right there. And then one over here. And those are flat, so it's not going to hurt the card. And maybe we'll put even, like right at the bottom of these, we'll put 2. I don't like to put just 1. So we got 2 in there. And there we go. That is our card. So fast, so simple, and yet it is a cute card, and you can make that for any occasion. I did, in all of my samples, I did birthday on a couple of my know. And this one just says, hope your day is a happy day, and then did a happy birthday inside. Happy birthday. Might have did them all happy birthday. Wishing you the brightest birthday. So these are all birthday cards. This one just says, have a blessed day. And you could put any kind of sentiment inside if you wanted to add an extra sentiment to the inside of the card. But I left that blank to just write a little note, like thinking about you or whatever inside, and hope your day is a great day, and anything just sweet on the inside to send somebody to let them know that you're thinking about them. Again, here's my host code that I flipped every single different way while I've been sitting here. And like I said, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like to order, I would really appreciate your order at my online store. And if you ever thought about being the demonstrator, I'd love to have you join my team. And that, so I do have a team, and I do work with that. So I would be happy with that too. And don't forget, if you can, share my video, give me a thumbs up or whatever, and let me know if you liked it. And by sharing the video, if you have anybody that likes to stamp and do these kind of crafts, that you would be able to share that with them and let them see what I'm doing with my creations of Stampin' Up! Product, okay? Well, that's all I have to say tonight, and it is night while I'm doing this video. I've had a very busy week, and I'm just running way behind on everything I'm doing. So I finally got this video done, so I'll get this out to you, and hope you guys all have a great rest of your week, and be blessed. Bye.